The ABCs of negotiation states those who go second have the upper hand. But what happens when you go first? Your costs are high, and a counter offer never comes. In my mind, both parties lose. Let's have ourselves a pocket sized pep talk because it's time to call out our prospects and our customers that want to go first on this one and stand up for you vendors.
A Pocket Sized Pep Talk, the podcast that can help energize your business and your life with a quick, inspiring message. Now, here's your host, Rob Jollis.
Here's a story you probably heard, if not participated in many times in your career. A lead has passed your way regarding the use of your services. You dutifully set an appointment, have a call with a potential prospect. Things are going well on the call, and the conversation turns to cost. Rather than tip his or her hand when asked about the budget for the item you're looking to provide, the prospect deflects the request for information and instead asks you to put a proposal together for them to see. Sound familiar? Sure would be valuable to have an understanding of a budget for your services, but we can't blame the prospect here yet. These numbers are guarded with the hopes that by not disclosing a budget, the prospect might get themselves a better deal. After all, what if the budget is higher than the rate the vendor intends to charge them? Fair enough. So we, the vendor, will go first. But without knowing the budget, what happens if our numbers are high and the prospect backs out without even entering into a negotiation? Recently, I was on a call with such a prospect. We did our pricing dance, and I was asked to send a proposal. This was a job that was 20 minutes from my house and a great fit for my services. As a man who spent nearly 32 years on the road conducting seminars, I really wanted this job. What's more, I really liked the company in question and the prospect I was talking to, so I did something I rarely do. I damaged my negotiation position before I sent out the proposal. Here's what I told the prospect. I rarely conduct seminars anywhere near my home, let alone my state. I'm going to put together a proposal as you asked, and I'm going to put my published rates into this proposal. However, because the session is as close to my house as it is, and I'm available to do this job, I want you to know this number is merely a starting point. If I'm not the best person for the job, the rest is moot. But if I am, all I ask is that once you get the proposal, if the numbers don't fit your budget, counter them. Then it'll fall upon me to either do the job for the numbers you're suggesting or not. Because I was basically inviting him to counter whatever I sent him, I even made a quick little joke when I said, "How's that for an approach to negotiation?" My prospect seemed grateful. I sent the proposal out 30 minutes later, and next morning I received a short email back. It read like this: "Thank you very much for your proposal. Unfortunately, it's significantly higher than our budget allowance for a 90-minute session. So we've contracted another company and appreciate talking to you." And like that, the deal was dead. It's a strange paradox because on the one hand, we as vendors are often forced to give up our negotiation position to pacify our prospects. But rather than negotiate, our prospects are rejecting the offers made to them. Not all of them, but too many of them. And it's a shame because we aren't talking about hiring an overqualified candidate to work for a company. It's understandable the company often feels like they'll be stuck with a disgruntled employee who'll bolt the moment something that fits his or her qualification comes along. Here, though, we're talking about getting goods or services at a reduced rate. Why in the world would that be rejected based on price without even a counter? The first time it happened, I thought it was an anomaly. The second time it happened, I spoke to other vendors and realized it's a trend. When a company refuses to disclose its budget and rejects a proposal without countering based on price alone, it just leaves me scratching my head. And as our economy continues to bounce and limp along, this particular pocket-sized pep talk is aimed at your prospects out there who are missing the boat on this issue. By all means, when it comes to negotiation, go second. But if you have a good or service that you desire, never, ever reject a proposal based on price without a counter. What's the worst that can happen to you? That's right, nothing.
Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's show, please rate and recommend it on iTunes, Outcast, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also get more information on this show and Rob at jollis.com.